Hello, gorgeous. It's Kirsty K here. I am out and about today and wanted to shoot this video real quick just to tell you day 46 is going great. I am loving my morning routine. I'm feeling like, why didn't I do this so much sooner? I'm feeling that way about a lot of things. Like, why didn't I do this sooner? Why is it taking me so long to get this under my belt? And I'm telling you, like, that's a point of discouragement that I don't need to waste time with, because I am doing it now and I am going to get to my goal weight this year. And so that's really where I have to make my brain come back to when I start to have regret. And yeah, so I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling full of energy and ready to turn the corner of being halfway through this fast in a few days. And I hope you're all doing really well. I have a lot of things milling around in my brain that I want to talk about, and one of them is diabetes. I don't want this to go really long, but there's been some stuff on some of the Facebook groups about how can you juice with diabetes? Now, first of all, I am not a medical professional. I am not a nutritionist. I am just someone who has diabetes, and I've had it for a long time. And I have found really good success with juice fasting. That's all I can say, just my own experience. I'm not telling you to juice fast. I'm not telling you not to juice fast. But I do want to say that diabetes is really misunderstood. A lot of people think that diabetes is a problem with sugar in your blood. And diabetes, the symptom of diabetes is elevated sugars in your blood. But the cause of diabetes is actually elevated fat in your cells that were never designed to store fat. So in your liver cells and your muscle cells, which were never designed to store fat, when you eat a lot of animal fat and other fats, and you have a high fat diet, or even just a moderately fat diet, it doesn't have to be 50% fat, but even just your standard American diet is a high fat diet. So when your body has too much fat and it has to store it somewhere, it stores it in the cells of the liver and the muscle. And what happens is the fat, the intramyocellular fat, the fat stored inside your muscles, clogs the receptors of the cell where insulin connects. And the job of insulin, people think insulin's bad. Insulin is not bad. You will die if you don't have insulin. The job of insulin is to attach to your cells and unlock the cell door and usher the sugar, the glucose from your regular diet, from food that you eat, because our bodies are meant to run on glucose, and the food that you eat goes into the cell and gets out of the bloodstream. Everybody's happy. Well, when you have excess storage of fat in the cells that were never intended to store fat, they gum up those locks, those keyholes, those receptors where insulin is supposed to attach. The insulin cannot attach, and therefore the cell door cannot open, and the sugar can't go in, and so sugar ends up backing up into your bloodstream. I didn't make this up. If you want a more detailed explanation of it, please look up Dr. Neal Barnard, Nealbarnard. I'll link it in the comments if I think of it. He's got a great talk on YouTube, but he also wrote a book called Dr. Neal Barnard's Program for Reversing Diabetes. So all that to say, juicing is so ideal, because when you juice, you eliminate fat. Other than the natural fat that's in fruits and vegetables, which everything has fat, everything has protein, everything except meat has carbohydrates, meat and cheese, and dairy products. But so you have the perfect amount of fat in fruits and vegetables to sustain the healthy fats that you need. However, when you're juicing, you are eliminating basically eliminating overt fats from your diet. You're not having animal products, you're not having dairy, you're not having any added oils. And so it gives your body the opportunity to clean out the cells that have fat in them that are not supposed to have fat in them. And when your body goes and starts using your reserves and burning energy, because it needs more energy than you're giving it with juicing, then your body has the opportunity to clear out those locks and get the cells cleaned out, and then the insulin can work again. The insulin is your sugar delivery service to your cells. That's why you get tired. If your cells aren't getting the nutrition that they need, aka glucose that has been broken down, you're going to be really tired. You're going to be lethargic. You're going to have to take a nap every afternoon. That was my case. So I'm getting kind of wordy here, and I don't want to, but I just want to say that in my experience, juicing has been a very positive move for me and for my diabetes. Now, I think I have mentioned this before. When I started this juice fast 46 days ago, I had out of control blood sugar numbers, and I have had those for a while. I seem to like get them reined in, and then I go off my plan and they go up again. But my blood sugar was 290 when I started this juice fast 46 days ago. So that's a really scary number. That's an A1C of like 10. And your A1C should be below 7 if you're diabetic. It should be in the 5s if you're not diabetic. And your blood sugar number, fasting blood sugar, should be 100. So my blood sugar was in a dangerous level, and it had been for a while. My doctor wanted to put me on medication. I didn't want to go on medication because I've reversed my diabetes in the past with a whole food, plant-based, low-fat diet and with juicing, and I knew it would work, but I've been kind of putting it off because this disease is so deceptive and it's so hidden, and it, like, you don't feel bad, like there's nothing hurting, so you just don't realize the urgency of it. Anyway, my blood sugar numbers have been consistently in the low 100s. Now they're not normal yet, which is one of the reasons that I want to go on this extended fast. But I know my blood is cleaning out, and I am not on any medication. Now, the other very, very important thing that I want to say, and I've said this before, if you are on any kind of glucose lowering medication, diabetic medication, you need to be, number one, taking your blood sugar numbers throughout the day to see how things are affecting you. And number two, you need to see your doctor, because if you need to come off the medication, the juicing and eating whole plant foods lowers your blood sugar so quickly. Like, it has such a positive, quick effect that you can go dangerously low if you're also taking medication. The same is true for blood pressure. Like, you can faint because you're on blood pressure medication and you're cleaning out your diet. So I'm just here to say, like, don't play around with that. Low blood sugar can kill you. I don't have to worry too much about it because I'm not on any medication, but if you are on medication, that would be the only risk I think that you would take, in my opinion, in juice fasting, would be having your numbers go too low too quickly. So I'm expecting that as I continue to lose weight and I continue to lose body fat. See, it's so interesting because even though my weight loss has been slower than some on this fast, my body fat percentage on my, my scale measures that, has gone down like more than 5% since I started this 2 months ago, which I think is remarkable. So yeah, that's just what I wanted to say. I wanted to say, like, consult your doctor, but in my opinion, juice fasting is really great for diabetics. And if you're nervous about the high sugars, then just make sure you're juicing the 80-20 ratio. I'm pretty good about that. Like, I rarely drink just pure fruit juice, but I honestly could. Like, that's not the problem, people. Like, sugar is not the problem. Once you get your cells cleaning out the fat that's gumming up the system, then you improve your insulin resistance, which causes blood sugar to back up in your cells, and your blood sugar goes down. So fruit is really great for diabetics. And yeah, so that's my little rant. I don't want to go on and on about this, but I do want to say that in my opinion, I think juicing has been extraordinary for me in healing my diabetes, and I'm going to continue to heal as I go along on this juice fast. So I hope this was helpful and informative to any of you that are questioning. And if you have any further questions and you want to reach out to me, please do. But yeah, look up that Neal Barnard book if you're looking for a way to like kick this disease to the curb. And I hope that this helps. So hope you're all doing well, and let's juice.